Hello everyone, the Anime Now here with another video. This time we'll be looking at Shounen Manga. A lot of the most popular anime are adaptations of shonen series, and I will tell you the hottest new shonen manga that you should be reading. First we have The Dangers in My Heart. The Dangers in My Heart is a great romance comedy series that runs in Manga Cross. It follows Ichikawa, the loner of his classroom, who does not realize he has a crush on the class's most beautiful girl, Yamada. Ichikawa narrates the series, but he's unreliable. At the beginning he has this dangerous guy persona he tries to play off as a sort of coping mechanism for his dull school life. Things start to change however when he gradually catches Yamada's eyes through his various quirky actions. This gradually develops into a romance between the wacky and somewhat childish Yamada and the loner Ichikawa. There's a lot of cute, sweet romance stories between a beauty and a nobody, but I think this series stands out as the best in that regard. Ichikawa is an endearing character with a lot of depth, and his growth out of his coping mechanism throughout the series is great to see, and that's apart from the romance itself. Yamada as well is not a perfect school beauty character, but a childish, gluttonous girl in contrast to her physical appearance. The interaction and relationship between the two and how it goes from strangers to friends to in love is great to see, and it does not feel fast or awkward. It would be very interesting to see the stories from Yamada's perspective to see how the events unfolded in her own view. It would be interesting since Ichikawa's view can be distorted by his lack of confidence, which means he is always thinking he is misunderstanding things. It would be really fun to see the other side of the story, and hopefully the author does just that in the future. Next we have Shangri-la Frontier. Shangri-la Frontier is the manga adaptation of the web novel from Shousetsuka Ninaro. This series follows Sanaku, who loves playing crappy games that have all sorts of problems. However, he's convinced to actually try a good game for once, and that game is Shangri-la Frontier, a VR MMO game. For this adaptation they chose an artist with very good art to do the manga, and it was probably the best decision they ever made. One reason for this is because the series is almost like an MMO, in that you play it for the gameplay, which to translate it means you read the series for the action-packed fights against the bosses. These fights are exciting even in the novel, and in the manga with the amazing art of the artist it just means these fights are even more impressive and exciting. However, why do I say you read it for that? That's because actually the story of the series is not really that good. The author is not really that good at building an interesting overarching narrative. But the VR MMO aspects are grounded. For instance, the main character is competent but not invincible, which is another selling point that can cover the story weakness. Sunraku and the other characters can also be quite likable. Sanaku, because of his experience of playing bad games, has a lot of skills, but most of all is his rapid ability to adapt and learn from his deaths. He does die a lot. Overall, it is an exciting series and a must read for any fans of game stories. Next we have Frieren Beyond Journey's End. Frieren is a series that became quite popular in Japan recently. This was partially because of the promotion it received from its victory in the Manga Taisho, a mainstream manga award. The series follows Frieren, a dark elf who has returned from her adventure with the hero and his companions after they successfully defeated the Demon King. It uses a very familiar setting that has been used widely in Japanese RPG games, and that is currently trending because of the use of it by many isekai. However, Frieren is the story of what happens after the end of the quest or adventure. This is important because as an elf, Frieren has a long life, but that's not the same for her past companions. So the funeral Soso in the Japanese title refers to the death of her past companions, as well as others she will witness because of her long lifespan. It is about the emotion she faces after reflecting on the time she spent with the hero and the other companions, that for her was not a long span of time, but for a normal human it was. Frieren excels at being poignant in how he explores the themes of aging, death and life. After feeling surprised at how touched she was by the death of these companions, Frieren sets off into a journey with no aim, and that's where the journey's end begins. Frieren got a lot of attention due to its subtle use of emotions alongside its soothing atmosphere, which fit well with the theme of aging and death it explores. It feels sad but at the same time hopeful. There are times when the manga drifts to more action, but those are usually the weaker scenes. So my worry about this series is whether it can sustain its enjoyable core for a long run, or will it shift and lose some of its luster. Oh well, at least I still enjoy it for now, and it's one of the biggest new manga, so check it out. That's it for today guys, but if you have any other new manga you like, put it in the comment section down below, and don't forget to drop a like and subscribe for more videos. And don't forget to check the Anime DAO blog, there's some good content there. The links to the Twitter and Instagram of the Anime DAO are in the description down below, so give us some love, right? Thank you.